Europa League quarter-final draw, Manchester United to face Sevilla and could play Juventus in semi-finals. Man Utd vs Sevilla, Juventus vs Sporting, Leverkusen vs Union Saint-Gilloise, Feyenoord vs Roma. First legs will take place on April 13, with the return fixture on April 20. Semi-finals first legs on May 11, second legs on May 18. United will face Juventus if both win their quarter-finals. Manchester United will face a third Spanish opponent in a row after drawing Europa League specialists Sevilla in the quarter-finals. Erik ten Hag's side have already beaten Barcelona and Real Betis in the Europa League knockout stages, but they will now take on Sevilla next month for the last 8 tie. Should United beat Sevilla in the next round, they will face the winner of Juventus tie with Sporting, the team who knocked out Arsenal on Thursday. Elsewhere in the draw, Jose Mourinho's Roma will take on Feyenoord in a repeat of last year's Europa Conference League final, while Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen will take on Union Saint-Gilloise, the sister club of Premier League side Brighton. United will come up against the team known as Europa League experts, with Sevilla winning 6 editions of the tournament since 2006. The most recent triumph from the Andalusian side came in 2020, which saw Sevilla beat United at the semi-final stage. Europa League quarter-final draw in full. First legs on April 13, second legs on April 20. Manchester United vs Sevilla. Juventus vs Sporting. Bayer Leverkusen vs Union Saint-Gilloise. Feyenoord vs Roma. Europa League semi-final draw in full. First legs on May 11, second legs May 18. Juventus or Sporting vs Manchester United vs Sevilla. Feyenoord or Roma vs Bayer Leverkusen or Union Saint-Gilloise. Opta stats on Man Utd vs Sevilla. Manchester United are yet to win against Sevilla in European competition, drawing 1 and losing 1 in the Champions League last 16 in 2017-18 and losing in the Europa League semi-final in 2020. Sevilla have progressed from 6 of their previous 8 European knockout ties, including finals, against English clubs, failing only against Leicester in the 2016-17 Champions League and West Ham in last season's Europa League. Manchester United are only the second side ever to face 4 different sides from the same country in a single season in a major European competition: Real Sociedad, Barcelona, Real Betis, Sevilla, after Leeds United also faced 4 Spanish clubs in the 2000-01 Champions League: Barcelona, Real Madrid, Deportivo de La Coruña, Valencia. West Ham get Gent in ECL. David Moyes' West Ham, meanwhile, were paired against Gent in the quarter-finals of the Europa Conference League. The Belgian side are currently 5th in their domestic division and beat Istanbul Başakşehir this week in the last 16. Gent's squad includes 20-year-old forward Gift Orban, who scored the fastest hat-trick in UEFA competition against Istanbul, taking just 205 seconds to net his treble in the second leg. Should the Hammers win, they will play AZ Alkmaar or Anderlecht in the semi-final stages. Europa Conference League quarter-final draw in full. Lech Poznan vs Fiorentina. Gent vs West Ham. AZ Alkmaar vs Anderlecht. Basel vs Nice. Europa Conference League semi-final draw in full. Lech Poznan or Fiorentina vs Basel vs Nice. Gent or West Ham vs AZ Alkmaar or Anderlecht. This is the first meeting between these two sides since the 1964-65 Cup Winners' Cup, which West Ham went on to win. West Ham have lost just 1 of 7 previous games against Belgian clubs in all competitions, W4D2, a 2-4 defeat to Anderlecht in the 1976 Cup Winners' Cup final. Gent's last meeting with a Premier League club saw them knock Tottenham out of the 2016-17 Europa League last 32, 3-2 on aggregate.